solid victory. Take my hat off to Coach Land and his team. They were everything that we thought they would be. You could see it on film. Very well coached football team. Execute extremely well. That's, again, an excellent half, their first half offensively, their execution. Very methodically, and that scheme they use is very difficult. I thought they executed very well throughout the game. You're looking at it, they had one penalty the whole football game, and that was a delay of game that they took on purpose. So obviously they executed at a high rate.
The defense was giving up some points early, but came up with some big stops at the end. You got some turnovers. Just some general thoughts about the way that side of the ball played.
We talked about it at halftime. It seemed like kind of one of those track meet deals, back and forth, and it just seemed like it was going to be one of those who got the ball last type of things there for a while. But at halftime, our coaches talked about there's maybe one thing that they had, that Trine had run that we really hadn't seen. So it's a matter of getting it, and it's such a different scheme in some of the wing T concepts that they use it within their spread attack that make it difficult. And there were some things there we weren't getting people in the right spots on a few things. But I think once we settled in and our guys got a feel for it, and we talked about right before we went on out for the second half. I said, stay after it, keep battling, and we'll start getting some turnovers. And we did. And if you look at, then our turnover, I don't know where's the ball, 5-yard line or inside, so that was our only scoring drive of the half. So when you really look at it, we played an excellent second half, I think, of defense, and really played well, and they got that turnover late in the game to seal a victory.
Excellent second halves have been kind of your calling card for most of the year. Is it just something where you dare people to play 4 quarters and they can't, you feel at the end?
Well, we talk about it being a 4-quarter game all the time, and with the ability to win it in the 4th quarter. And then I've had questions asked that, are we ready to play 4 quarters, because some games haven't been 4 quarters. So I think this was a heck of a test today, and I thought our guys answered it very well. Obviously, there's still things to clean up. We had some untimely penalties that really put us in some long yardage situations that kind of get. Steve Dinkle, our offensive coordinator, really out of rhythm in play calling when you're reaching for those second 15 calls and things like that. Really made it tough, and it let them pin their ears back. And then of course with the field, we got backed up after the personal foul, and then we threw the interception. So other than that though, we need to keep executing like that, and I think it was a good learning experience for all of us. And I thought again, Lee Brecky handled things well.
Talk a little bit about him. He didn't quite have the game he had last week, but the competition level gets another notch tougher, and I think he responded nicely in the situation today.
I thought Lee played well again. Obviously, we'd all like that throw back. He would like to kind of wish he'd just pull that one back in. He probably could have either put a little different touch on it, or probably or forced the throw, and it was something into the boundary there. But the thing about they were bringing a lot of pressure at times, and I thought he handled that really well. Early in the game, he didn't force anything. He scrambled, got us yards. All those things, I thought he still made good decisions. And as you alluded to, the better the teams are as you go through this, there's going to be some difficulties. We all wish, but I don't know if he's always going to have a 23 for 30 game. At the same time, though, 3 touchdown passes again, and if we take that other one out of there, the interception, I still think it's a very good day for a guy who hasn't still played a lot. So I think he takes another step. And
you made some nice adjustments on your offensive line as well?
Well, yeah, and then one thing today that we have, Matt Weber was out of the ball game. Matt Weber came down ill and didn't even come out today to play. So you lose an all-conference, all-American left guard, and all of a sudden, it's a tribute to Jimmy Norris. Jimmy Norris really plays mainly back up on the right side. Jimmy moves over to the left side and went in there and battled his tail off. And those are things. Levell Coppage missed a day and a half of practice with the flu this week, and you look what kind of day he puts up. So it's all part of it right now. But again, those are the things as you kind of go. So for our line to come together and have another 500-yard day or just under there, I think is still a good thing, and something that we can build on heading into next week.
Was the plan to just ride Levell in the second half and run the clock?
Well, you know, a little bit more. We still have a plan sometimes to, Nelson Edmonds, our running backs coach, wants to try to rotate Booker and even Antoine in there and stuff, and that's difficult in some of these games, and that's unfortunate. They're very talented guys, but sometimes the flow of the game and how things are going, and you can see, sometimes Levell with his quickness and things can really, break one out of there and do some great things. So. But there's a point where we felt on first down, we were getting 4 or 5 a crack, and when he averages almost 8 yards a carry today, so another great day for Levell.
Going into next week, going on the road in the playoffs for the first time in a while, #1 team in your bracket area. What are you looking at for next week?
Well, it'll be kind of interesting. I think something will be exciting for our football team that we get to be the underdog. Okay, we're not the favorite going into this game because by the seeding. So obviously we are not thought of to be the better of the two teams. So it'll be a chance for us to be the underdog, and we're going to play an excellent football team, and we're going to have to prepare extremely hard and see where it goes. But again, we've played here because of with such high expectations for so long. I think this could be. Something different there. We're not expected to win this game by seeding purposes, so we go down there, play loose, play hard, and see where it takes us.
Is that the kind of mentality that you guys have had in the playoffs so far? The underdog mentality?
We've just, these first, we've just gone about our business the way we always have. Again, I've always said our assistant coaches. And I've coached with numerous groups of guys. And this staff is better than anyone at any level that I've ever been at about focusing back at square one on Tuesday. Better than anyone I've been around. And keeping the guys, okay, we're going to go back and we're going to work hard again. And that'll be, and the other part of it, you got to break away from the monotony of doing it over and over again. But I think that is something that our coaches have done well, and that's what we'll continue to strive on, on Monday when we watch film and Tuesday when we practice.